Hello, this is Amproctor, just doing my first devlog for my little, well, not little, hopefully, portfolio project for my third year of university, which is going to be a top-down roguelite. I'm just going to show the very basic footage here that only took a couple hours to make. You'll be able to see that. It's very, very simple. And then I will go into some more of the details and the goals. There should be a blog post going into more detail as well properly in the description of this video. This video is actually for the blog post, so you'll be able to read more about it there. But let's just show off quickly. Not everything is working. This is actually my second time recording because it removed all my tags for some reason. So we got a little character here using the Unity character controller, walks around, follows the mouse, and we got a little dash here. Got a bit of a cooldown just using the character being red as a sign for that. And we have these little projectiles here, which after bouncing once should disappear. Now the problem I'm having at the moment is it's being a bit of a pain to add force to them. So as you can see right now, I'm having to move to actually fire them, and sometimes the carrot gets caught on them. So that's something to fix. But this game is going to be kind of circus and theatre themed. So the idea is these are going to be like juggling balls, and you're going to have a limited amount. Because I'm taking quite a lot of inspiration from The Binding of Isaac, and I want to have a few things to set it apart. It's mostly I want to show off the technical side of things on being able to make systems similar to it, rather than necessarily making the most original game known to man. Where is my mouse? Oh, there it is. But we still want to try and have a few things to make it a bit different. So let's go into a few of the goals here. So the first is that I am trying to make absolutely everything modular similar to that game. That's kind of the big thing I want to show off. I want you to be able to collect upgrades, and I want them to be able to stack with each other and create interesting combinations. Again, quite similar to Isaac. It's more in trying to show off whether I can make something similar to that. So already, even though it's quite basic, I'm trying to make sure I'm implementing that everywhere, making sure I'm not hard coding any numbers. So an example would be is when I want to do this little dash, I'm not multiplying the speed by a number or the cooldown time by a number. It's all, you know, I'm dashing for dash time at dash speed so that I can then substitute things in. And there's a couple areas where I need to go back and make sure I'm remembering to do that. But for the most part, I have. So that's going to mean I can hopefully substitute things in and out and make a really interesting little system. So that's the main thing I want to showcase. And the other part of this project that I'm going to work on is trying to make a somewhat procedurally generated dungeon. You know, I'm going to have designed areas, designed rooms, but then I want to be able to pick and choose them with a number of rules to kind of have them form some kind of a layout. And that's it's not something I've done before, but it's something I've attempted to do before. So it might be a bit beyond the scope of the time I have, but if we do, we're just going to focus, if it is that way, we're just going to focus on showing off the modular stuff. But with any luck, we're going to be able to do something like that. Thankfully, one of the other teams this year in the group project is also making a top-down roguelite, and I'm friends with some people on there, so I was already having a chat with them today about how I'm going to implement that. But yeah, obviously, very, very tiny little bit of progress, but hopefully this will go somewhere interesting, and hopefully this will just be the first video in a nice little series of devlogs, until this becomes something hopefully really, really good. So thank you for watching. Please check out the blog in the description. I've got my other projects on there too. You can find links to my itch.io down there as well. Thank you.